Sure.
Hans, what a game it was today. First of all, congratulations, and can you take us through today's game?
Yeah, so he played the Petrov, which I don't think he's ever played before. He played a lot of things against E4, but I guess he wanted to play the one thing that surprised me, but he's a bit young and inexperienced, so playing the Petrov without theoretical knowledge can go very wrong like it did today. Bishop G4 was a very fighting line, so I was really happy. But after Queen F6, my play was just so simple. Bishop, Queen A4, Bishop B5, and then it's quite, if I get my knight to E5, and I was really happy with this move, knight B3. And I saw it actually from a distance. Like after I played H3, Rook E1 is actually a very strong move because if he plays A6, I play Bishop C6, Queen C6, Queen C6, BC6, and now I have H3. And the point after H3 is that if Bishop H5, I have Rook E5. And if he plays G6, now I have Knight B3.
Amazing. And in the rest days today, what did you do? And is there something? Did you do any preparation at all?
Yeah, I analyzed a lot of his games
Yeah.
with both colors to sort of get to know him as a player. Actually, we played a match online maybe last December. I think I beat him 11 games in a row with one loss. So maybe I had a psychological edge.
Not defeated Grand Swiss. Well, games are in full swing, but there was one game that ended rather brilliantly. Well, Hans Niemann defeated 14-year-old Yaskar Adomish, and he's right here in the studio.
Thank you so much for joining. It's a pleasure to have you here. Congratulations on the victory against Yakis Adomish. Please show us key moments from the game.
Yeah, the Petrov was quite a surprise. I don't think he's played it before, so I was actually quite happy. I thought that maybe he wanted to play this sideline because he likes playing this weird forcing stuff, scorch, similar things. But I was happy to see this, and then I wanted to get a tactical game against him. He's quite a concrete, young player. You have to take the kids to the end game. So after takes F4, I was quite happy with Rook E1.
But of course, you had a lot of time. You would be able to figure it
Yeah, in these types of positions, you never know if you want to spend your time. Because when they're in time pressure and you spend all your time, then they can get a moment to regroup. And he seems so nervous. I kind of wanted to keep pressure.
Do you believe that Yakis was trying to win Bishops and that helped you?
Definitely Bishop. It's amazing when your opponent's on Bishop block. You see some players are trying so hard to get a game with white. Like Prague today, he played such not a stupid move, but they're always the inferior moves. And he did this just to hope for a chance to play regular games. This is kind of a dream. Someone just goes everything at you and you're just reacting. It was a fortunate game.
Hans, Grand Swiss so far going great for you. How would you evaluate your performance in chess in general?
I think it's pretty good. I've used my chances. I took a lot of risk when necessary. I think the day before the rest day, I really had to go all in, and I made the right decision to take a lot of risk and it paid off. Of course, it could have gone either way. So now I'm in a great position.
Does this victory also pushes your motivation for the top two to get into the Indies?
No, I think the motivation was high regardless.
Regardless. Niemann, Camille, do you have any questions to Hans?
Yeah, I do, because Hans, earlier on you mentioned that you wanted to take a very concrete approach to this game because you were playing a youngster. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
I don't know, concrete. I meant actually more positional, technical. He's actually quite a concrete player, so I think
You just wanted to...
I looked at his games, and technically and positionally, when you're younger, you lack some experience in the game. You lack some. You can just tell by his opening choices that he's trying to complicate the game at all costs. And when you know his coach, Omidjarov, it doesn't take a lot of guesswork to think what type of position he might be comfortable with. So mainly with younger players, because that lack experience, you want to get them in a position that they have never played before, and it's quite easy for they, unlike another 2060 player who's experienced, would never get into trouble in the opening like this because they are a bit more pessimistic and
trying to be more solid.
yeah, because they've been jaded by being crushed by a stronger player. So you have to learn the lessons the hard way sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, thank thank you very much for joining us here in the studio, and congratulations once again on what was just a remarkable victory.
Thank you.
And you're on course for maybe getting our second player of the day. You actually,
Oh, yeah?
you know you won it for round 6.
Yeah, they've been very fighting games. It's so nice because in the beginning of the tournament it was so miserable because all my opponents would play such boring openings. It was very technical. Sometimes that's how you have to win, but I've been quite fortunate to have opponents who are willing to make the game more of an art than a boring science.
Yeah. Well, congratulations once more, and we hope if you have more victories, you'll come join us again in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hans, you just had a crazy attacking game which you won. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it wasn't as clean, or I don't know. He was in huge time pressure, so then he was struggling a lot. So yeah, I think I put pressure. I was fortunate that the opening was so fighting, and everything went my way. So I'm very happy.
In the opening, when he was spending a lot of time, like only on move 10, he was like only down 24 minutes. So what were you feeling during that time?
Yeah, he done something similar in previous games, so I was quite confident that he would collapse under the time pressure. I just had to pose difficult problems, and the position was already complex, so my confidence only grew as time went lower.
And as you win this game, you will be most likely playing in top 2 or 3 boards. So how do you feel about that?
I feel good. Hopefully I get a good pairing. There's a lot of variance here depending on what pairings you get, so hopefully good pairings and good chess.
Also, one question non-related to this tournament. Abdul Sattarov said that Gukesh will lose his title next match, and Gukesh said that he's still not in candidates yet, so he should just focus first on that. So what are your thoughts on that?
Unless it's me in the World Championship match, I don't really care.
Okay. Thank you so much. Good luck with that.